Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? So I want to get right into it. You guys heard it first. You guys know what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about, well, we have 50 Cent and we have Young Buck. So Young Buck has called 50 Cent out and he is ready to battle 50 Cent. Now, before I get ahead of myself, for those of y'all that don't know who either of these two is, or you're not really caught up on the situation, let me get you right up in it. Okay, so basically, Young Buck, he is signed to 50 Cent. Young Buck is on 50 Cent's label. These two have made a lot of great, memorable music and even an album together. I mean, when these two come together, they are a really good tag team with regards to hip hop and music. And I mean, and their relationship, it started way back into the early 2000s. Now, speaking the early 2000s, this is where things get a little rocky. You see, Young Buck here, around your 2005, 2006, he fell into some problems with the IRS and the federal government, and they were on him about their money and about him owing, and there was just a lot of stuff. The weight of the world was on Young Buck's shoulder. Now, during this time, Young Buck was signed to 50, and Young Buck just felt like 50 Cent was making a mockery of it. He didn't feel like he was getting a lot of help from his label, from the dude that he trusted, his homie, his homeboy, and he needed more money and he just wanted help. So he decided to branch off and he decided to diss 50, and those two were going at it once again. So later on in like your 2006, between 2006 and 8, Young Buck, he goes to jail. He's not signed with 50, but after he goes to jail, he then comes back to 50 and say, hey, please re-sign me. Let's work all this out. I've been going through a lot of stuff. And there was this phone call where Young Buck kind of like poured his heart out to 50 Cent and was telling about all the about how it was all his fault and how the IRS was on his back, and he was kind of like crying to 50. And 50, being the man he was, he listened, but he also recorded it. And just in case Young Buck acted up again, so 50 was like, I'll sign you, and he recorded it. And then later on that year, they start fighting again, and 50 Cent, he released the tapes. He released the tea, and we heard that phone call. For those of y'all that, let's listen to it.
Me, like it ain't been no, I know I ain't been able to speak to you for as even period with anything. Man, I've been lost out here, man. You understand? I know I owe you money. You understand? I mean, for as me paying you back, it's always been on. I mean, I should have really been. There's no excuse I can honestly say about me borrowing you the money that I owe you and should have not paying you back. But for as I don't never want you to think that I ain't trying. That's the whole struggle of what's with me now. No, it ain't nothing after that. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that shit'll be different. It don't seem like I heal my wounds when I make the mistakes I make them. It's like you don't really accept it. Like you may accept it for the time, but then, you know, after that, you know what I'm saying? The nigga just want that same family feel like it's always been. Man, I know I'm out of line. I don't want you to dismember me from the crew, honestly. Period. I'm only doing, and I'm not saying nothing out of here in the media where other than, you know, me putting myself in states.
After all of that, they got back together, and it leads us to 2018. 2018, Young Buck, he announces that Dr. Dre and 50 Cent will be producing his new album. Now, 50 Cent, being the petty god that he is, also not one to shy away from a opportunity to just attack and be funny. He put out an Instagram tweet because now Young Buck's new album is about to come out. So to congratulate him on his new album, this is what 50 Cent said. I told him personal choice to date a transsexual will confuse some of his core audience. But with the support of the LGBT, he should be fine. That's what 50 Cent wrote in an Instagram post. He was basically relating back to the fact that Young Buck, he made the choice to kind of like date or see or go out with this female who is actually a dude, a transsexual. He's a she-he. I sound Chinese. He's a she, and let's see if I can post the picture of him. I don't know, but this is who Young Buck was with, I guess. And but basically he was taking shots at that, and basically 50 Cent in his tweet was saying, yeah, he may lose some fans for this album, but since he's with the she-he, he's gonna have a new big group of fans, the LGBT community. So 50 Cent being petty, he did not have to post that out of nowhere. So now we're here today. Young Buck, that's why Young Buck is pissed. He was like, all right, I'm down with this goofy crap. Well, not so much what he said. So Young Buck, he went on this massive rant like yesterday or a day or two ago, and he went on this massive rant on Instagram Live where he talked about 50. It was all about 50 for like 40 minutes. He was like, hey 50, you supposed to have some real nigga tendencies. You out here acting really weak. You doing your memes, you doing your little pictures, your little goofy stuff. If you that real, how about you go bar to bar with me? I will Ja Rule you. Let me play the first part of what he said.
I thought you was 50 Cent. I've been around from you for a long time. I thought you had some real tendencies, homie. I'm a phone call away or a face-to-face meeting away with anything. Then you're a real life sucker trying to manipulate the fans' minds and play with these people. Tell these people all these old fake-ass, false-ass lies and shit. To support the fact that you on the bricks and how in your hand, homie, let them know that all I'm doing is trying to get rid of I'm trying to fulfill whatever was there to keep it moving. You trying to sabotage me, pull my music down, seeing ceases desist everywhere, put up little posters and jokeful ass posters while you do weak ass shit behind my back and try to keep me tied to a contract. If you such a real, why don't you let me go?
He's laying the foundation. Young Buck is like, yo, I ain't even down with that. You supposed to be real, man. Make me expose you. So then on this next clip, that's when he goes on to talk about, hey, I will Ja Rule you. You know what you did to Ja Rule? I will end your career. So stop with these memes. Go bar to bar with me. We have a rap battle. You won't come out of retirement. Look, when you go like this and you looking nowhere, you know it's really serious. You won't come out of retirement and come bar to bar with me. I ain't Ja 50. Here's the clip.
You understand what I'm saying? And we fight the battle like that. What you scared for, sucker? Line me up like Ja Rule. Ball for ball with me. Play that game. You scared? You wanna do sucker shit. You ain't gonna get away from me though. Hey man, all y'all man, I enjoyed it. I damn this one. I wanted to come in there, but I started to come all that had to stop me. Then I started to put the laughing faces up under you. You look like an idiot right now, man. Straight up, But hey, if that's what floats your boat, man, do what you do.
50 Cent gonna come out of retirement and handle this? I like to know, what do you all think? What's gonna happen if these two were to battle right now? Who's going to win? Now, here's the thing with 50 Cent. 50 Cent, he has the competitive advantage because he has experience in the rap battle arena and dissing people and going head on and going for the throat. I mean, he's done that in the past, where that's an area that's going to be kind of like new and not as higher level with Young Buck. But on the other hand, if we were to give Young Buck I think the only advantage that Young Buck would have, he has the advantage of, I guess, he's been cooking it up. I mean, he's been doing it. He's got training. He's been training. He's been crafting his craft. Unlike 50 Cent, who hasn't really been rapping or anything. He's been on his other ventures and TV shows and drinks and businessman and doing a lot of other different things. Where Young Buck, he's just been cooking in the kitchen. He's been at it, man. He's on fire right now. I mean, he haven't released any albums or whatnot, but he's been on this mixtape grind. So he's been perfecting this craft. It's kind of like, okay, there's a stove and there's the kitchen and there's a frying pan, and before you can put the Scrabble and before you can put some eggs in, the pan has to heat up. So when you crack the egg, it's just gonna sizzle. Right now, Young Buck, you throw the egg in there, he's already ready. He's already been frying and cooking up eggs on the pan already. So you throw it in, he's ready. 50 Cent, he may have to warm it up, turn up the stove, put it on 350, preheat, let it warm up a bit. But, you know what? At the end of the day, no matter how long it takes to warm up something, at the end of the day, eggs is eggs, and that's not going to determine who eggs was best at the end. Wow, that was a good analogy. I just came up with that. That was really good. Alright, so I like to know what you all think. What is going on between these two? Alright? Okay, if you're new to the channel, I like to say be sure to subscribe. I thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for seeing. As always, KIP, keep it positive. It's gonna be alright. I'll see you guys next video.